The galaxy had barely recovered from the shock of the moon's first energy pulse. In the Galactic Council, alien leaders whispered nervously among themselves. Screens that once displayed Earth as a dying planet now showed a strange, glowing aura around the moon. "This cannot be," hissed the reptilian leader, his scales bristling. "A rock, a lifeless rock, firing energy? Impossible." But impossibility had already happened. Council members who had mocked humans now stared in fear. They sent scouts, fleets, and probes toward Earth, but every observation reported the same strange phenomenon. The moon's pulses were growing stronger, as if responding to something unknown. On Earth, Dr. Elena Cross and her team worked around the clock. Helios Facility's main lab was lit by the soft blue glow of monitors tracking the moon's every movement. Every pulse of energy sent shivers down their spines. "Look at this," Elena said, pointing to the screen. Lines of energy rippled across the moon's surface. They weren't random. They followed a pattern, moving with precision, almost like a signal. Marco leaned closer, eyes wide. "Are you saying the moon is communicating?" "Not exactly," Elena replied, "but it's aware. Whatever is happening up there is not natural. And it's growing stronger." Outside, the moon hung silent in the night sky. To ordinary humans it was the same old familiar rock. But the scientists could see the subtle changes. A faint glow, energy arcs shooting into space, a pulse that seemed alive. Could it be alien technology? Marco asked. Maybe ancient, left behind by another civilization? Elena nodded slowly. It's possible. Maybe it's a weapon, or something that can protect us. But we have no control over it yet. We don't know how it works. Across the galaxy, alien scouts approached Earth. Their sensors picked up the moon's energy pulses and reports were sent back to the Council. Panic began to ripple through the alien leaders. "This is no weapon we have seen before," one winged alien admitted. "It moves, it strikes, and we cannot predict it." In the shadows of the Council chamber, a few older species whispered even darker possibilities. "Humans, they survived this long for a reason," one said. "Maybe the moon was waiting." Meanwhile, on Earth, the Helios team tried to understand the pulses. Every instrument beeped, every sensor flared. Suddenly, an alert blared. A small asteroid, roughly the size of a city block, was on a collision course with Earth. Emergency teams prepared for the worst. Elena stared at the readings. The moon pulsed, stronger, faster, brighter than ever before. And then, without any human control, a beam of energy shot from the moon. The asteroid was struck mid-air, vaporizing into a shower of glowing fragments before it could enter Earth's atmosphere. Did we just do that?" Marco whispered, stunned. Elena shook her head. "No. The moon did. We didn't control it. But it saved us." In the Galactic Council, the reports of the asteroid's destruction spread like wildfire. Alien leaders turned pale, their confidence shattered. That rock, it can destroy things?" the insectoid alien gasped. "Yes," the reptilian hissed. "And if it can do this without humans controlling it, imagine if they learn to use it." Back at Helios Facility, Elena watched the moon carefully. Every pulse, every flare hinted at something intelligent, something protective. But she also knew one thing: they had only scratched the surface. "What is it trying to do?" Marco asked. "Protect us? Attack?" Elena did not answer. She only stared at the glowing orb in the sky. A sense of both awe and fear filled the room. Hours passed and the moon's signals continued. Sometimes small, sometimes massive flares of energy lit the night sky. Satellites around Earth reported strange anomalies, communication signals scrambled, electronics flickered, and occasionally mysterious gravitational shifts occurred. "This is bigger than we thought," Elena said. "The moon, it's not just alive. It's powerful. And it may be waiting for something." The Council, desperate to understand, sent a small fleet toward the moon. They wanted to study it, to analyze it, to destroy it if necessary. But as they approached, the moon pulsed again, this time in a wide, radiant shockwave that forced every alien ship to retreat. No one dared to underestimate Earth again. And yet, humans were still learning. The moon's energy was a mystery they had yet to master. Every pulse carried secrets, warnings, and power beyond imagination. Elena whispered almost to herself, "The moon is not ours, yet. But it is ours in a way we cannot explain." In the darkness of space, a silent message spread. The galaxy was watching. Earth was no longer the weak, forgotten planet. And the moon had just begun to fight back. The moon hung silently above Earth, glowing faintly in the night sky. Its pulses had saved the planet once, and humans still struggled to understand what had just happened. Dr. Elena Cross sat in the Helios facility, staring at the monitors. The energy readings were off the charts. "We need to know how it works," Elena said. Her voice was calm but firm. "We cannot rely on luck. The moon saved us once, but next time, it may not act the same way." Marco leaned over her shoulder, pointing at the screens. "These patterns, they look like coordinates, or instructions. But for what?" Elena shook her head. "I don't know yet. But there is something hidden up there. Something ancient." The team began to dig through every archive, every historical record of lunar missions, ancient human myths, and alien transmissions intercepted over centuries. Every clue pointed to one chilling idea: the moon had a secret, buried for millennia. "They always thought the moon was just a rock," Elena murmured. "But maybe, it's been waiting for us. For the right moment." Meanwhile, the Galactic Council was in chaos. Alien fleets that had once mocked Earth now tried to study the moon from afar. Each probe sent to scan it was destroyed or deflected by mysterious energy pulses. Panic spread. "This is not just a planet," hissed the reptilian leader. "It is a weapon, or a guardian. And we do not understand it." Back on Earth, Elena and her team continued their research. Late one night, the energy readings spiked dramatically. The moon emitted a series of rapid pulses, forming intricate patterns that seemed almost like a language. Marco looked at her, fear in his eyes. "Do you think it's trying to communicate?" Elena nodded slowly. "It's possible. Or it's showing us what it can do, waiting for us to notice." They decided to test a small probe. It was equipped with sensors designed to interact with the moon's energy. As it approached, the pulses adjusted. The moon responded, moving energy in precise arcs, scanning the probe. It was as if the moon was alive and intelligent. "It's analyzing us," Marco whispered. Elena typed rapidly, trying to interpret the energy patterns. "Whatever is in the moon, it is ancient, beyond anything humans or aliens have ever built. Possibly left here by another civilization." Outside, the moon pulsed again. This time, the energy wave shot into space, hitting a satellite in orbit. The satellite was not destroyed. Instead, it glowed with the moon's energy, its systems enhanced and alive. "It's giving power," Elena realized. "It can transfer energy. It can protect, or attack. And it chooses when to do it." Suddenly, alarms rang. Alien fleets, seeing the moon's new activity, launched reconnaissance drones to investigate. The drones approached, but before they could report back, the moon pulsed violently. Energy beams struck the drones, disabling them instantly. "This is beyond anything," Marco said, his voice trembling. "It's defending itself, defending Earth, and it's learning." Elena stared at the glowing orb. "It's more than a weapon," she said quietly. "It's a guardian. And we have awakened it." Back in the Galactic Council, debate raged. Some wanted to destroy the moon before humans learned to control it. Others feared provoking it further. "It's intelligent," one winged alien said. "It can strike any fleet. Earth will survive, and we cannot stop it." The Council's confusion mirrored humanity's own uncertainty. Earthlings had survived the first strike, but now they faced the daunting task of understanding the moon's power. Elena stood at the observation deck, looking up. "We don't know its limits yet," she said. "But if we learn to cooperate with it, the moon could become our greatest protector. And the galaxy will never forget Earth again." As night deepened, the moon pulsed softly, almost rhythmically. It was a silent signal, a whisper across space, a warning to anyone who dared threaten Earth. Elena's team knew one thing for certain: the moon was no longer just a satellite. It was alive, aware, and its secrets were only beginning to reveal themselves. And somewhere across the galaxy, alien fleets took notice. Fear replaced arrogance. Earth was no longer the weak planet they had mocked. The moon had awakened, and so had humanity's chance to rise. The galaxy had learned one thing: Earth was no longer weak. Its moon pulsed with energy, protecting the planet with intelligence and precision. Alien fleets that had once laughed at the blue world now hesitated in fear. Inside the Helios facility, Dr. Elena Cross and her team worked furiously. For weeks, they had observed the moon, trying to understand its energy pulses. Patterns were emerging, and Elena realized they could communicate with it, coordinate with it. "We can't control it," she told Marco and the team. "But we can guide it. We can use its power to defend Earth and strike back." Outside, alien ships approached cautiously. They had rebuilt after previous losses, their fleets larger, weapons deadlier. They believed numbers would overwhelm the planet. They were wrong. The moon pulsed once, twice, sending energy arcs across space. Satellites responded, amplifying the moon's energy. Humans initiated the first attempt to synchronize with its pulses. Small probes directed energy patterns toward weak points in the approaching alien ships. "Here we go," Elena whispered. The moon responded instantly. A focused beam shot into the nearest fleet, striking the lead dreadnought with blinding force. The alien ship shuddered, systems failing, then exploded in a shower of fire and debris. Alien captains panicked. "They are working with it," one shouted. "The moon is not just defending, humans are guiding it." From the command center of Earth's orbital fleet, Admiral Reyes watched calmly. "This is what we've been waiting for," he said. "The moon is our weapon now. Let's show them what humanity can do." The humans synchronized energy pulses, carefully directing them toward enemy ships. The moon responded perfectly, firing precise beams that destroyed engines, shields, and weapons. Entire squadrons were disabled before they could reach Earth's orbit. In the Galactic Council, chaos erupted. Alien leaders could not comprehend it. "The humans, they've united with their moon," hissed the reptilian leader. "Impossible." Winged emissaries argued for retreat, but pride and stubbornness drove some fleets forward. They underestimated the combined power of Earth and its moon. As the alien fleet advanced, the moon pulsed fiercely, arcs of energy lancing across space, striking ships at random intervals. It was alive, aware, and now working in tandem with humans for the first time. Elena's hands flew across the control panels. "We can hit their central command," she said. "Focus the energy pulses, guide the moon. We take control of this battle, but carefully." Marco nodded. "Ready when you are." A massive pulse shot from the moon. It tore through the center of the alien fleet, destroying capital ships, scattering cruisers, and sending smaller fighters spinning into space. Alien communications broke down. Confusion and fear spread across their ranks. On Earth, people looked up at the sky. Night turned into a spectacle of glowing arcs, shimmering beams, and explosions above orbit. They watched silently, realizing that humanity had risen from the ashes of neglect. Admiral Reyes transmitted a message to the remaining alien fleets. "Leave Earth. You underestimated us. You mocked our planet. You will not survive your mistake." Some alien ships tried to retreat, but the moon followed, its energy pulses precise, unrelenting. Others surrendered, cutting off communications and powering down weapons. In the Helios facility, Elena finally allowed herself a smile. "We did it," she said softly. "The moon, it fought with us. Humanity has its guardian now." The Galactic Council was forced into an emergency session. Alien leaders who had once laughed at Earth now begged for peace. Reports of devastation, destruction, and the moon's unpredictable power left no room for negotiation. From orbit, the moon pulsed one last time that night, a gentle wave, almost serene, a signal to the galaxy. Earth would defend itself. And no one, not even the most powerful fleets, would dare challenge it again. Elena looked at the glowing moon above, silent and vigilant. "We've only begun to understand it," she said. "But one thing is clear. The galaxy will never forget Earth. And the moon will always fight with us." As stars flickered in distant galaxies, humanity's message echoed through the cosmos. "Underestimate us and you will face a power no one expected." The war had changed. Earth had risen. And with the moon as its ally, the planet would never be forgotten again. The moon had awoken. Its pulses of energy now lit the night sky with a rhythm that both fascinated and terrified. Across the galaxy, reports of Earth's mysterious guardian spread like wildfire. Alien species who had once laughed at the planet now whispered in fear. "This cannot be ignored," hissed the reptilian leader in the Galactic Council. "Earth is no longer weak. That moon, it strikes like a weapon and we cannot predict it." Winged emissaries argued that the planet should be destroyed immediately, before humans learned to control it. Others warned that attacking now could trigger the moon's full power. Panic replaced arrogance. Meanwhile, in the Helios facility, Dr. Elena Cross and her team worked tirelessly to study the moon's energy patterns. "It's reacting," Marco said, pointing at the monitor. "Every time the aliens move, it responds instantly." Elena nodded. "It's not random. The moon defends itself, and Earth. We can't control it, but we can learn from it." Suddenly, Helios sensors detected a new fleet approaching. Alien ships, far larger and more numerous than the last attack, moved cautiously through space. This was no test, they came to destroy. Elena turned pale. "This is it. They've come to finish us." Outside, the moon pulsed brighter than ever. Energy arcs shot across space, forming shields that rippled outward, deflecting incoming scans and missiles. The aliens hesitated, unsure how to approach. "This is insane," Marco whispered. "They've never faced anything like this. Their ships, their weapons, the moon ignores them all." On board the alien dreadnought, the captain growled. "Prepare to fire everything. We cannot let this rock, this planet, survive." The moon responded. A massive pulse erupted from its surface, a wave of energy that tore through the lead ships. Explosions scattered debris across orbit, forcing the rest of the fleet to retreat slightly. Back in Helios, Elena and her team watched in awe. "It's not just defending Earth," she said. "It's warning them. The moon is sending a message: stay away, or face destruction." The Galactic Council's chambers were silent. Alien leaders stared at live feeds of the moon in action. Some felt fear, others disbelief. "They underestimated at their own peril," hissed the insectoid alien. "Earth has allies we cannot see." On Earth, cities below watched the sky glow with a strange, unearthly light. People whispered in fear and wonder. They did not understand the full power of the moon, but instinctively they knew it protected them. Elena worked quickly, trying to decode the energy patterns. Each pulse carried subtle variations, almost like signals in a language only the moon understood. "It's intelligent," she whispered. "And it's teaching us, guiding us. The moon can protect us, but only if we pay attention." Alien scouts tried again, sending drones to analyze the energy. Each drone was instantly disabled or thrown back by bursts of energy. The aliens realized they could not approach safely. "This is no longer a warning," said the winged alien emissary quietly. "This is a threat. And Earth will survive." The moon pulsed again, sending a shockwave that reached the edges of Earth's orbit. Satellites twinkled and adjusted as if alive, responding to the moon's command. Humanity had only seen a fraction of its power, but one message was clear. Earth was defended and the galaxy would not ignore it again. Elena and Marco stood at the observation deck, looking up at the glowing orb. "Do you think it will attack if they come closer?" Marco asked. Elena shook her head. "I don't know. But I think it's testing them, warning them. It's alive, aware, and it will defend us when the time comes. And we must learn from it before that moment arrives." The Galactic Council convened emergency meetings, debating the impossible: a planet protected by its own moon. Some argued to withdraw entirely, others to strike immediately. Fear and confusion dominated every conversation. And on Earth, the moon continued to pulse silently in the night, a guardian against all threats, a secret weapon hiding in plain sight. The warning had been sent. The galaxy had taken notice. Elena whispered to her team, almost to herself, "This is only the beginning. The moon has awoken, and the war is far from over." Across the stars, alien fleets now hesitated. Earth was no longer weak. Its moon was alive. And those who dared challenge it would learn its power the hard way. The Galactic Council chamber was massive, larger than any planet's capital city. Hundreds of alien species sat in concentric circles, their bodies shimmering with colors humans could barely imagine. Holographic screens floated above them, displaying a fragile blue planet that many of them already considered dead. "They call themselves humans," a tall, insectoid alien sneered, clicking its mandibles in amusement. "Pathetic creatures. Their planet is falling apart and they barely survive. It is laughable." A chorus of laughter erupted. The council had gathered to discuss the newest reports from across the galaxy, and Earth, once ignored for centuries, had finally attracted attention. But not for anything impressive. "They can't even defend themselves from natural disasters," a reptilian leader hissed. "Their cities crumble, their oceans flood, and their armies, they have none." Screens flashed with satellite images of Earth. Crumbling cities, oceans swallowing coastal towns, massive storms tearing across continents. Fires raged in forests and earthquakes left entire regions in rubble. The planet looked fragile, broken, abandoned. "Dead?" a voice whispered across the chamber. "Earth is dead." On Earth, far away from the council's mocking eyes, Dr. Elena Cross stared at her monitors in the Helios research facility. The room was silent, except for the soft hum of computers and the occasional beep of an alert. Unlike the council, Elena did not see weakness. She saw energy. Strange, powerful, almost alive energy. It pulsed from the moon, subtle at first but growing stronger with each passing hour. "Look at this," she said, pointing to the readings. Her assistant, Marco, leaned over her shoulder. "It can't be," he whispered. Those levels, they shouldn't exist naturally. Elena shook her head. I know, but they are real. And whatever is happening up there, it's responding. Outside the facility, the moon hung silently in the night sky. To most people it was just a rock orbiting Earth. To Elena and her team it was something more. Something powerful. Back in the Galactic Council, screens now showed the moon as well. Aliens were puzzled. The satellite images picked up a brief flash of energy from its surface. It was small, almost insignificant, but visible. What is this? A winged alien asked. Its voice trembled slightly. The moon, it moved? Another alien shook its head. Impossible. The moon is a rock. Rocks do not move like this. Laughter filled the room again, but there was a hint of unease. No species had seen anything like this before. Meanwhile, Elena and her team worked feverishly. Every sensor, every instrument, was tracking the moon's energy pulses. They didn't know what was causing them, but they could see a pattern emerging. A rhythm almost like a heartbeat. It's alive, Marco said quietly. Not alive, maybe aware, Elena corrected. We need to be careful. If this energy is intelligent or controlled by something, we cannot predict what it will do next. Hours passed. Alerts blared. Data streamed in faster than the human brain could process. The moon's pulses grew brighter, sharper, cutting through the darkness of space. And then, suddenly, the unexpected happened. A massive burst of energy shot out from the moon, a beam of glowing light stretching into the void. Satellites nearby were struck, their circuits fried instantly. On Earth, alarms went off, but no one could explain why. The energy seemed to shield itself from detection, almost like it was aware of who was watching. In the Galactic Council, the laughter died instantly. Aliens stared at their screens in shock. That cannot be possible, the insectoid alien screamed. The moon, it fired? Another alien turned pale. Did Earth do this? But the cameras on Earth showed no weapons, no armies, no humans doing anything. Only Dr. Elena Cross and her small team, staring wide-eyed at the monitors. They had no idea what had just happened, or what the moon was capable of. The room fell silent. Tension replaced laughter. Every alien species felt it. Something had changed. Something they had never expected. Elena whispered mostly to herself, "The moon, it's awake." And in that moment, across the galaxy, a new war began, one that no one had seen coming. The humans were still learning. The aliens were still mocking. But the moon had already started its fight. And no one, not even the Council, would forget it.